stuff it. If it's out for delivery, why it ain't gonna come until tomorrow? I guess I'll be waiting. I know that ain't shit. Oh, it actually did. Why only one thing? You might as well wait and do it all together. All right, let's go. That was a good clap. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is BDK. Thank you so much for being with me today. Today, I want to talk about some cold weather perfumes that I have been waiting to wear in their full glory, in their full splendor. I have been waiting so I can spray until my heart is content. And I feel like there's another one that I'm going to bring out. Matter of fact, I am, because I need to include that in this. So listen, unfortunately here in Michigan, we had 3 minutes of fall and now we're preparing for winter. Okay. When we wake up in the morning, currently it be saying like 32 degrees. Okay. And we all know that is freezing point. Now, as the day goes on, it gets to sometimes up about 50. If we get up to 60, it's a heat wave. Right now, we're waking up with 30 degrees and we're sitting around 40 to 50 throughout the day and going back to nighttime down to 30, which means we need to make sure we have our boots, our gloves, our hats, because winter is around the corner waiting for us. Okay. So this, for those of y'all who still are hot, God bless you. That is not my journey. Okay. My heat already on. Let me tell you, I tried to go without turning it on. I did. I tried to wait until like November 1st to turn my heat on. Baby, my apartment one day says 62 degrees. And my nose was cold. My toes were cold. Everything was cold. And I was texting people like, it's freezing in here. And they said, girl, if you don't turn that heat on. So, that's where we at. So, before I talk about some perfumes that I am waiting to bring out, I have to always thank my amazing, beautiful, incredible subscribers. You guys continuously show up, show love, support, engage with the content. Always holding it down. Even when I don't be holding it down, y'all be holding it down. And I love y'all for that, okay? So, some of y'all, this might be premature. Some of y'all, this is right on time. But we're going to get into some cold weather perfumes. Okay, let's start with a holy grail one that I have talked about on this channel a ton. It's not talked about as much as I feel like it should be. But it is that girl. It is a compliment getter. It thumps in the cold weather. I'm talking about thumps in the cold weather. And this bottle is almost done, and I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna get another one. This is Givenchy Libre Rouge. I don't know if y'all can see my dent. Can y'all see that it's like down to here? Yes. Yeah, I believe there's some blood orange in here, and it, woo! I'm sorry. This has to stay in rotation. And every time that I wear this, I always get a compliment. But it's always like, what do you have on? Now, let me tell the truth, though. When I took it to this fragrance event the second time, I believe they did decant this like 2 or 3 times. But I can't blame it on that. This dent, 90% of this dent is me. It was going to get here. This, you don't have to wear this with nothing else. You don't need an accompaniment. You wear Givenchy Libre Rouge by herself and let her do what she want to do. I'm telling you, in the freezing cold weather. I was wearing this in December. The dead of winter, December, okay? Compliments. The wind just carrying it. This has to stay in rotation. Givenchy Libre Rouge is cold weather approved. But I'm telling you, bring it out. I'll get you a little sample of something. Okay. Another one that I have been waiting to bring out for the cold weather. Y'all know this is my baby. This is my beloved. This is BDK Gris Charnel. My scent sister got this for me. Anyway, listen. Gris Charnel is just grown. The GR in Gris Charnel still stands for grown. Okay. Because when you have this on, you have your life together, you're an adult. And the opening, I will always say, the opening is a little rough. The opening is a little scary. And if the only thing I had smelled was the opening, I would have never been trying to get this. But by the time you get to that dry down, though, it's smooth, it's mature, but like in just a sophisticated, grown person, adult type of way, okay? And believe it or not, I have worn this a lot, okay? I have, but there's some tea in here, y'all know. Y'all know I love me some tea in my fragrances. Gris Charnel is that girl. Is that girl. I cannot wait to bring her out in the cooler weather so she can do what she needs to do. And the reason why I kind of wait for the cooler weather for this too is because the opening can be a little bit abrasive. I feel like the freezing cold helps it not be so like, you know, like it's not as bad because it's cold and it's just this pretty smell that just walks by you once you mix this with the cold air. So me in the cooler weather and the cold weather, me and Gris Charnel. Ugh. Now, and I will say now, I actually like the whole thing from beginning to end, but the opening is a little rough and I would never, this would never be on like my recommendations list just on like a whim for anybody. It's not that type. You need to smell it. Matter of fact, I had a decant from either Lucky Scent or Scentspray. I bought it like a 9 ml decant and had time with that first, and then eventually, again, shout out to my sister Nicole. She hooked me up. But, oh, love me some Gris Charnel. Speaking of that, because I always wear these two together, this is Kayali the Wedding Velvet Santal. Have I worn this not in the wintertime? Have I worn most of these not in the wintertime? Who are you talking to? Of course I have. I'm a rebel without a cause, of course. But these perfumes specifically, I'm saying I can wear them how I want to. I can spray accordingly, and they get to shine the best in the cooler weather. That's really what I'm saying. I don't wear all of these when it's not cold, okay? I just, you know, I like attention sometimes. But these all get to shine, and Velvet Santal absolutely gets to shine its best in the cooler weather. This, and I tell you all the time, I fully expected to hate this fragrance because the marketing was there's a women's, men's release, marriage, the whole thing. So I'm like, I don't want no men's cologne. This gonna smell like the men's whatever. But I did get the samples so that me and Lauren, when we did our live, we could both talk about it, whatever. I smelled that sample. I said, you know, I don't hate it. I said, I don't hate it. So let me just get a 10 ml and that'll hold me. Well, needless to say, I flew through that 10 ml as well. And I had to finally come to the revelation that, Vanilla, you like this perfume. You do. And we all know there's tea in here as well. What else is in here? White musk, cedarwood, benzoin, sandalwood. Listen, it is a good fragrance. Again, it's one that goes through the journey. The opening is a little rough. It can be a little scary. That's why I tend to let this shine more in the cooler weather so it can do everything I want to do. One of my go-to combos that I always talk about, I always talk about wearing these two together. It's a bona fide, verified, certified hit. I want to say Vicky was also a witness and she tried these two together and she said it was good too. I think I ain't lying on her. I think she said she put these two together and they were good. They're good together, okay? Now, again, grown only, you know what I'm saying? You got to know who you know. You got to know who you are. This is not going to be quiet and be soft. No, no, no. So don't do that if you don't want attention. If you're scared of it, don't do it. All right? But me and Velvet Santal, woo! I just feel like the cold weather helps it not be so abrasive because the opening, it can be a little scary. I love me some Velvet Santal in the cold weather, specifically. Again, my dent, I have not touched this since, I know I talked about this in my fall video, and it's going again in the winter one. And I know the dent is ridiculous and I need to just finish it up. But I gotta repurchase it. This is one that's gotta stay in rotation. This is Libre YSL Intense. Listen. Then this is my second bottle list. I had a 1 ounce. This is the 3.4 ounce. I'm going to repurchase 3.4 ounce again. It's a no-brainer. This is another one that thrives in the cold weather. I clearly have worn this in not cold weather. Yes. But in the cold weather is when it gets to, I get to spray till my heart is content. I don't have to be scared. I can spray as much as I want and it's going to hold. It's going to carry me. It's going to get compliments. Listen. Libre Intense, it's a classic, it's a staple, it's that girl. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, but Libre Intense gets to thrive and live its best life in the cold weather. What's in like some orange blossom, maybe some vanilla, it don't matter. Some lavender, Libre Intense in the cold weather. And again, this is another one, She don't need no help. You don't have to put nothing else on with her. Nothing. She stands by herself, by her lonesome. She is that girl. Another one. This was also in the fall video. Was it in the fall video? Probably. And we're going to spin the block and run her again. Angel Share. Y'all, every time I look at how much I've used of this, I get so sad. This perfume is not cheap. That dent is already too much. But yeah, I love me some Angel Share. I'm sorry to the girls who don't like Angel Share, but also more for me. This is another one. I get to spray until my heart is content. I don't have to, because Angel Share, she will choke you out if you're not careful. A lot of these will. That's why I say I can spray how I want to spray in the wintertime, because the cold weather helps it not be so in your face aggressive. Angel Share in the cold weather is so pretty. It is just this boozy spiced apple scent. I love it. I love it so much. I get to, ooh, I be waiting to pull her out in the wintertime. And then I get to wear her with my spicy scents, my apple scents, my cherry scents. Like, oh, it's so great. I love her so much. Me and Angel Share go together real bad in the cold weather. Real bad. Speaking of, I'm just going to throw Lovefest Burning Cherry in here again for the winter as well. You can wear this in the fall. I have worn this in the fall. I've worn this in the summer. But, again, I can spray until my heart is content. That kind of woody, slightly sweet, cherry type of scent. So good in the cold weather. I don't have to spray sparingly like I do in the warmer days or in the fall. Once the winter hits, baby, and this little bit left, look at that. Yeah, we already know that's gonna be gone. And I don't know why I'm giving y'all combos. I've talked about all these before anyway, but these two together, baby, you just smell like the most. You give this sweet, spicy, boozy, fruity little concoction. So good, so good. And put a little bit of Sabrina Carpenter Sweet Tooth Cherry, baby. Them is problems you don't want unless you want them type of problems. You understand? Them is type of problems you don't want unless you want them. Y'all know I was not going to do this video without this being in here. This is Commodity Milk Expressive. I'm sure y'all are probably tired of me talking about it, but I don't care. I love Commodity Milk Expressive. Oh, it is just this soft, sweet. There's marshmallow in here, but it's not like a... It's marshmallow, but not in like the traditional like gooey marshmallow that you think. But it adds like this kind of sweet vanilla. Ugh. I will never be without this. It's so good. It's so good. Compliment getter. Long lasting. I've worn this. I talk about it all the time. I've worn it with Gris Charnel. I've worn it with Velvet Santal. But this one I think I'm going to wear with some more of my marshmallow scents because I have so many to choose from. Oh, it's so good. This with like Marshmallow 2.0. What's the one from Fairy Nest? Marshmallow Moon. I can wear this with Fluff or Flu from Heaven Sent. I can wear this with What the Fluff. Like, I have options. I have options. This with Mancera Amore Cafe. Ooh. And Heaven Sent has one. What's the one that I love? It's got coffee in it, I think. I've been waiting until the cold weather to bring it out. Literally. It's going to drive me crazy. It's called... I'm going to find the name of it and put it on the screen because I have to wear it with this. It's going to be so good. Okay. So this one I wear all year round. I did put this in my year-round video because I do think it is a year-round perfume. I've worn this in all seasons. It's fine. But I feel like, once again, you can spray accordingly. You can do a true Vanilla Mikhail spray in the wintertime, and that is Bianco Latte. I have worn this in the summertime. On top of things, a little layer, a little 1, 2, 3, 4 on your way. But now in the cold weather, I can really do her justice. I can really spray. And I wore this other day. I said, Vanilla, this perfume is strong. I don't know why. It just recently occurred to me how strong this perfume is. And I've told y'all stories about getting compliments the next day, like last on the, like, I know that it's strong, but I just feel like I really had the first experience. Like, no, this perfume's strong. Like, Bianco Latte is strong. Very strong. And in the cold weather, I can really spray her down like I want to. And I can understand people who don't want to wear Bianco Latte except for in the cold weather, because it is very strong. It is a strong perfume, and now that the weather is cold, this with commodity milk expressive, are you kidding me? Ugh. In the words of Beauty Topics podcast, a trail of seduction. Okay. This, I think I included this in my year-round perfume video as well. This is Fenty. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up because I have another bottle. When the Sephora did the 50% off on this perfume, I restocked. I have worn this in all seasons, okay? Ooh, it's such a different and unique scent. I do understand people don't like this perfume. It is not blind buy safe. It's not going to be for everybody. It's a unisex scent, but I just feel like for this to be a celebrity fragrance, this is just a really good scent. Like, Fumi Monet on TikTok made a video, and I said I wanted to make a YouTube video about this. She was like, these are perfumes that I feel like if they were released from different brands would get more hype. Something to that essence. And I was like, I will be making a video about this. I kind of feel like if this Fenty perfume was released as a niche, something from Amouage or something from Kilian or something from BDK or some of these other like high-end niche, what's the name? Is it the Harmonist? Like some of these other higher end, I kind of feel like the girls will go up more for this. This is truly a unique and different scent. And I don't feel like it gets enough hype. Anyway, in the cold weather, this absolutely shines. Absolutely shines. It's absolutely amazing. You can again do true Vanilla Miquel sprays in the cold weather with this, and it's a compliment getter. I've actually worn this with the I want to say I wore this with the Canvas Beauty, the one signature perfume. It was good. It was good, but this, I consider this in my cold weather perfumes because again, I can spray it how I truly want to. I don't have to do 2-3 sprays. I can spray down the Vanilla Miquel way. Amen. Okay. This is Mancera Instant Crush. Where the title? I'm hoping to actually finish this up in the next year when I do my next project. Only because I go back and forth with sometimes being able to smell it and not being able to smell it. I don't know why. I know this is a long-lasting perfume. I know it's a compliment getter, but for some reason I lose it a lot of times when I'm wearing it. Neither here nor there. Instant Crush, I can spray accordingly. I know this, because this is how I know. I remember, I told this story before. Somebody was over my place, and we were going through letting her smell perfumes, whatever. And I had just recently got Instant Crush. So this was like last year, maybe the year before last. And I sprayed it on like a piece of mail. I just sprayed it on the mail and I let her smell it or whatever. And she's like, oh, okay, blah, blah, whatever. So we go on about our day, finish what I'm doing. I come back. It was the next day, and I walked past where I set the mail down, and it was like so strong. I said, oh no, that perfume is strong. Like, I didn't pick the mail up. I did not mess with it. I had just walked by the piece of mail that was sitting on the counter, and I could still smell it. I said, oh no, this thing got some power to it. So that's one of the reasons why I know like Instant Crush is very strong. I also talked about how I wore Instant Crush with pumpkin pecan waffles from the Dua brand, or whatever it's their version of pumpkin pecan waffles from Bath and Body Works. I had wore that together, went to Chicago, came back, opened my car door, and I could still smell the combination in the car 3 days later. Like, and I had only been in the car for like 45, 50 minutes, and I could still smell it in the car all those days later. Went all the way to Chicago, got complimented from my, like, so I know it's a compliment getter, and it's loud and you can smell it. I just lose it sometimes. Anyway, I didn't need to tell none of that. But Instant Crush, now that it's cold, I can spray accordingly. I got compliments with this and my Charosa 62. I wore that together and got compliment. Like, it's a compliment getter, and it goes well with so many things. Like, you can put this as your base and put so many things on top of it, and it complements very, very well. So I get to spray accordingly. I don't have to be scary because this is strong. Even though I lose it a lot of times when I wear it, I know that it is very strong. So now that we're in the cold weather, I can spray accordingly. I don't have to be scared. I can spray. Okay, and last but not least, this is Guerlain from Mon Guerlain. Listen. This reminds me so much of Vanilla Ease. That vanilla, ooh. Anyway, Mon Guerlain, y'all know last year for my birthday, I went in to Nordstrom with the intention to take advantage of the 15% off and get a completely different perfume. I smelled this Guerlain and I said, oh, I have to have it. I have to have it. And yes, you can wear this in other seasons besides cold weather. I have worn it. It's fine. But because this thumps the way that it does, now that I'm in the cold weather, I can do what I want to do. I can do what I want to do. And no, this is not going to be a scent for everybody. Yes, this lends itself on the more mature side. Yes, I can see people finding it to be too mature for their personal preference. I don't disagree. I would never, if somebody my age was asking me for perfume recommendations and they said I want age appropriate recommendations, I would not have recommended this Guerlain perfume. Yes, I love it, but I understand it's not for the masses. It's an intentional and very specific scent, and you need to know you like. I would never put this on my recommendations list, ever. However, I love this scent, and I can't wait to spray it till my heart is content. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. So this is my winter cold weather perfume lineup. I think I'm gonna do one more on the more affordable side. I just lost my train of thought because I started thinking about something else. But yes, these are perfumes that I'm looking forward to wearing in the cold weather in the winter because they're bona fide, verified, certified. It don't get no better than these. I don't know what to tell you. But yes, head over to the Every Let me know some of the perfumes that you have kind of been like waiting specifically until it gets cold, until the temperature drops to bring it out. That way you can spray it how your heart is content. The ones that you really know you're not supposed to wear in the summertime, but you wear it 2 or 3 sprays anyway because you're just gonna do what you want to do. But you know that it's a beast, it's a banger in the cold weather. The perfumes that you know stand up to the 10 and 12 degree days. If y'all don't know nothing about that, just be grateful. But yes, head over to the Every Party. Let me know some of your bona fide, verified, certified winter cold weather fragrances. Because you might be putting the girlies up on game. Anyway, I love you all so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Y'all, as soon as I turned the camera off, I remembered the name of the perfume that I was saying. The one I was talking about from Heaven Sent is Latte di Zucchero. Okay? That with my Commodity Milk Expressive, let me tell you what the notes are in here. Milk, sugar, vanilla, rich milk form, sugar. It's supposed to remind you of a vanilla latte. Baby, when I wear that Latte di Zucchero with that Commodity Milk Expressive,